Right. I wonder if it's gonna pick up sound. Anyways, hi Madeline. Nice to meet you. You are a personal fitness trainer in Crockett, California, and I wanted to ask you a little bit about yourself, and so that we could get to know you better and possibly, be more inclined to have you as our fitness trainer. So, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Huntington Beach, so down in SoCal.
Huntington Beach, okay.
I lived down there I was born down there, lived there for about 10 or so years.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, as a family, migrated our way up to SoCal up here.
To Crockett, you guys came?
Yeah.
How long ago?
It's probably been like 17 years.
So you've been in Crockett for 17 years.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're still a newbie to Crockett, right?
Yeah.
You have to,
Generationally, right?
Yeah. So, what sparked your passion for fitness?
I think I had a theme. I realized like about a year ago or so that when things have just felt out of control, that's what I've always found was what can I control?
Mm-hmm.
And so fitness and eating healthy and that kind of stuff has just always been like, yeah, that's something I can do.
Right. When everything's out of control,
yeah.
those are things that are you and you alone can control that.
Exactly.
So
I know it started when I was probably like 10. We had a house fire in Huntington Beach. Moved up to my grandparents' house.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have any more classes. I didn't have any more, things that your parents put you in, dance and ballet, things like that. Didn't have any form of exercise, so we were just in the middle of a desert, and all we had was just the backyard.
Rocks.
Yeah.
Niagara rocks, okay?
And
that's cool.
So I just thought, well, I'll just take things into my own hands and start working out myself. And,
yeah.
And so that was kind of like the more innocent time of like taking matters into my own hands.
So are you a gym rat? Are you considered a gym rat or no?
Like right now,
No.
Not really.
You have been before though?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a culture, right?
It's totally a culture.
So what can you do for people that are new into fitness and healthy living, that are a little bit shy about starting working out in front of people or whatever? What makes you unique in that what do you offer that's unique?
Well, with most different things that I've done, people will always say like you just have such a calm presence to you, and it's like kind of just easy and comfortable, and you just don't feel like you judge very much. And so I feel like anytime I have had a few friends say like, oh my gosh, the gym just makes me so nervous to go. It's so intimidating just to go and be in there.
Right.
I said, well, just come with me. Like, I'll show you around.
Yeah.
Kind of just see what I do. And that has just helped a couple of my friends like tremendously.
Right.
To kind of
Just being their gym buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And so have you helped a lot of people throughout your fitness? How long have you been a personal fitness trainer?
So technically certified for coming up on 2 years now.
2 years, okay. So I was looking at your website and it says CPT certification. What does that mean?
Yeah, so certified personal trainer.
Okay. And what does the NASM stand for?
National Association of Sports Medicine.
Okay. So those are, how long do those are classes you take or college credits? How does that work?
The whole program. So NASM is its like own accredited program that you take, and I think there's some in person, but I just took the online.
Oh, so it's online. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And so did you go to college?
Yeah.
And you have some degrees in psychology?
Yeah.
And business.
Yeah.
Those are good. So how does psychology play into your personal fitness training approach?
Oh my gosh, so much. Because I just think it always starts in the mind. The ideas or the motivation or the discipline, it's kind of like without it, you don't really go anywhere,
Right. And people we tend to give up or make excuses for reasons why. I mean, I'm the best at being reasons why I can't. You know, I can make up a whole bunch of them. So, and that's what I think is good about having a personal motivator. It says here you are a consultant and motivator extraordinaire. Right? That's what your website says. So,
Yeah.
like, you motivate your people to be accountable for themselves, right?
Yeah.
And what is your go-to approach to getting somebody out of the funk when they are feeling like they're not doing anything and they're not advanced, or they're just not seeing any change? Do you promote the mental changes as well? Because, and I mean, for me, if I got confidence in what I'm doing and I'm seeing progress, I'm going. I keep going.
Yeah.
It's sometimes you get in a rut, like you overdo it or whatever, and you fall back. Like I was gung ho, right, to start your 30-day fitness thing, right, and then I just did too much moving myself in, and I've just been like, wow, you know. So there is me making excuses again, right? So yeah.
Thank you.
So what do you think is most important for people to
Anyway, so what you're saying.
stay focused on their do you make like bunch of little goals, or how do you do a whole plan though, right? It's like
Yeah, so I can make a whole plan. I know that when it comes to the actual part, the mental aspect of it, it really just depends on where you're starting at. I know like some people, they just kind of just need a little kick in the butt and they're like, and then for others where it's much more of a struggle, it's kind of like it's the type of person that is kind of pulled from many different directions, I find.
it
And
struggles to keep up with their routine when they've got too much on their plate. So do you work on helping them lessen the load? Like I mean, you know, you can only do so much, right? Because they have kids, they have dogs, they have whatever, grandparents, and you know, doctor's appointments, sports games, right? I could make a whole bunch of excuses of why I can't. Then when I'm sitting at home and not doing anything, and I'm like, what can I do? Well, I should be picking up some rocks or something, right? Yeah. So so what classes do you offer in town for the community?
Yeah, so I started, I can say like last year I started with a community class. It was at the community center. I did that for most of the year, Thursday nights from 6 to 7.
Okay.
And I had a pretty good turnout. And then
How many people do you say would turn up for an average class?
I would say the most I had was 10. The smallest I had was probably 2.
And all ages? Kids too?
Yeah.
Young kids? Yeah? Cool.
Yeah. I had one mom, asked me, like, can I bring my daughter? You know, that's kind of random, but like, I was like, yeah, bring her on.
Does she have to pay for those kids?
No.
There you go. That's good. So the kids are learning, and they should be healthy. Like, what does a typical class consist of? Like, what do you guys do?
Like the structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
We started, so since I'm NASM certified, I learned the thing called OPT model. It's like where it hits all of the body's needs in a workout. So you start with stretching.
Optimal, what is it? What does the OPT stand for?
Yeah, I think it was the optimal model.
Okay.
What they call the OPT.
Right. Optimal performance training or something like that?
Yeah, there we go.
Cool. So that's maximizing your workouts. Like I know when I used to bench press, like we would go, we'd do a bunch of sets, and every week, next thing I knew, I had 3 45s on there, right? And I was like, whoa, right? I couldn't do that now probably, but yeah, I could work on it. And so it was a gradual. It wasn't just like you're not going to get on there and bench press as much as you weigh right away, but over time. It does, yeah. The burn. I see the burn.
Oh my gosh.
Then when it heals, then you're stronger, right? Yeah. So that's something to good. You like the burn, right? Some people don't like the burn. But
sometimes I don't too. I mean, I'll be honest. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, you get into one set of that's that everybody hates, everyone complains about, and it's kind of a running joke now, and it's those Bulgarian split squats. I'll have to show you.
No idea what they are. It sounds
but, quite
difficult, yeah.
quite like torture.
Okay. So, well, we used to do like in football, we did Hell Week, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, they don't even do that anymore. The kids nowadays, they're wimps. But yeah, Hell Week was pretty much hell. So
Oh, gosh.
it was that way you get it out of the way, and then the rest of the season you could like keep up your.
Yeah.
A lot of people quit during Hell Week. But yeah. So what inspires you?
I guess through different phases it's been different things. When I'm going through a bodybuilding prep, it'll kind of be a little bit more clear and obvious that it's meant for that goal of stepping on stage one day and
Right.
how do I make sure everything's aligned and perfect.
Right.
So
Like food and eating and everything down to the minute, right? Like, down to the weight, the ounce,
they say.
right? And so, I mean, I've seen your pictures. Obviously, it's very impressive. I mean, you have to do like how long does it take to get to that shape that you perform at?
It took me like I lost about 20 pounds. It took like four or 5 months.
So you went from just normal like everybody else to 4 or 5 months of rigorous,
Yeah.
specific sculpting and did you ever win? I mean, did you do pretty good?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say like for being my third show, yeah, I did pretty good. I think like top 10.
Oh, good.
Kind of
That's
like
good.
the whole
Right.
competition.
And that makes you feel good, huh?
Oh yeah.
Right. So, you went from, I mean, you've always known that you wanted to be something with fitness, healthy living, lifestyle. So when you went to college, you really didn't know what you wanted to do when you got out?
Yeah, because even though it's been like my guide, I didn't really see it that way. It was still just like my personal thing that I liked.
Right.
And just didn't really see it as a career. I didn't really see it as a way, to change lives in that way. I got out of high school and was just very lost. It was just very I still loved life. I was still very into it, but really had no idea. And so my mom was just like, go to college, do something. And so I did, and just all that time, I'm like still making time for the gym, but I'm like still making time to be in class and be on time.
What college did you go to?
DVC.
Concord, right there in Concord.
Yeah. And it took me a long time, but I got my AA in psychology.
That's great.
And definitely am glad I got that done finally. Immediately, like something in me too, just kind of finally woke up. Like there was something in me that was just like, okay, I think I actually know what I want to do with this. And
Right.
so
use it to motivate people. What drives people, right?
yeah.
That's good. So
Yeah.
it's got to be a real help for you when you're with your clients. And I mean, we all have bad days, right? You never know what's going on, and that's somebody you could relate to and who understands. And so, but obviously you don't have any much experience as a therapist or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
You didn't want to get into that field at all?
I thought about it for a second. Yeah. I thought how just holding space for people is
Right.
kind of the only thing that most people really.
Oh, I did find,
Right. So you work with kids at all? Very much? So like my son, he's 14. He's a freshman in high school, and he wants to play baseball. He's a lefty though, so he's gonna be a pitcher.
Okay.
And the pitching is really mentally challenging, especially for little kids, like playing travel ball and whatnot. A lot of pressure, along with grades in high school and keeping up. And then you got girls, right? So, do you see yourself becoming a high school aged fitness, for core strength training, for pitchers and stuff like that? Would you be interested in that type of stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Since I drive by dogs all the time, I think about it. Why? I even asked the middle school, is there a way we can make some sort of even
teacher?
be in class. I
Right.
mean, I thought about being a teacher, and then I thought, like, could you just be like one seminar? What do you call it when you like get on stage, kind of like?
Oh,
give a-
like a TED Talk, sort of.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that'd be cool. Just like a have all the kids in the multi-purpose room
Yeah.
and just speak, just motivate them. That's a good.
Maybe if they can sit through it, right?
Yeah. So well, you have to be a real like a
A good speaker.
yeah, you know, like a preacher almost.
Yeah.
How they just captivate you and like I don't know what it is. That's not for everybody, but you know, you're more of a personalized, specialized. Like, do you help people with diabetes and when they need their nutrition? The psychological. So my mom, she is out of control with her diabetes. She's even gotten a new kidney now, transplant, and she's still just out of control. It's just her. I mean,
Yeah.
She's like,
What-
give me
what-
clouds, give
do you
me
think that
gray.
there's something else that they need to not only to like walk around more and be more healthy, but eat healthy? Like especially, she was already at stage, you know, 4 renal cancer, or renal failure, and got a new kidney, and now she's just doing the same thing again. Yeah, it's like, okay, you know, and I worry about that because along with after all that cancer or kidney transplant and all that, she got her ovaries taken out, and then now they found precursors for cancer. So it's not if but when, you know. So like I think that she's then her dog got ran over. Okay, so with all these things, she's just like shut down, right? And I'm like, Mom, you need to go walking. You know, she used to walk her dog, and that was bigger. So to do now, she doesn't have nothing. I'm like, you want another dog? No, she doesn't want another dog. So, and it's like it's hard for me to motivate her, especially at her age. She's like 73. So,
Yeah.
I mean, she's not unhealthy. She just needs to be more healthy. You know what I mean? So she doesn't speak English much. So what could you like? Obviously, you go based on your person. Like you want to meet people and relate to them in your calm demeanor, which is very nice, by the way. What can you offer that person who just has all these roadblocks? Like, why would they want to come to your class? Like, what is so special?
Well, I think about one of my, I guess, longtime friends, a neighbor who moved out of town, but who I stay in contact with. He recently had his like 8th back surgery, so
Oh wow.
dealing with a lot
Right.
of physical pain, mental,
Yeah.
and he has every reason and excuse to also stay in bed.
Right. And I had back pain too before, and the more you ignore it, the worse it gets. And once I started doing what I needed to do, literally it changed everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would drive to work and want to just lay down and go to sleep. I mean, it was just I was too much internet, too much computer stuff, I guess. But yeah, it was that whole mental set. I think is a big part of being healthy, staying healthy,
Yeah.
healing from trauma, you know, stuff like that. You know, we all have different traumas. I mean, you can't be a family therapist and you can't be it all in one, everything, but at least you can come from a place of understanding, which is good, because a lot of people don't understand. You know, I don't understand what's going on with this guy. Why is he, yelling at his kids like that? Anyways, so I hope to start attending some of these classes. You know, I'm a little bit nervous and shy to myself, but I've been doing a lot better. I don't know if you ever saw me walking around with my pirate crutch. Like, yeah, I have like this. Anyways, that's the old me. So yeah,
Okay.
it's so I'm looking forward to it. I'm getting my personalized routines because I got mobility issues. Do you have people that come that have service animals with them, or they need them, or have you thought about that type of helping people? Like, okay, so when people get older, they go to convalescence sometimes to do healing, and they have to basically they might never come home if they don't do this stuff in convalescence, right? So that's really important, and I see a lot of people ignoring it when they just send their parents to the convalescence, and then there's no motivation. It's like they lose that connection, right?
Yeah.
So, do you think that you are a good source of inspiration in that area?
I would think so. I mean, like, just being that presence. I mean, everyone, it's so interesting how, like, important it becomes to have something or someone.
Right. Yeah.
To just be that guide for people.
Yes.
I know, like, for a long time I was able to just go, and just keep motivating myself and keep doing it. And then it probably wasn't until, like, the last year I was just like, yeah, you know what? I kind of see this whole, like, other world where I'm not as motivated as I was. And it is a lot easier and more fun and encouraging to be with other people.
Right.
To get that kind of workout in. And so I see that it's, like, kind of just the same way. But, you know, like later on with the things that
Right.
happen in life, it becomes more important.
Well, I know that, like, I always thought to myself, like, when I travel by myself, you ever travel by yourself?
Yeah.
When you travel by yourself, it's so much different than traveling with people, and the experience and what you gain from it is just totally unique. And but so, you know, also I would think that your fitness journey would be the same way, and you do it yourself for yourself, and that journey is unique also. So if you know, when people think of it that way, like, I don't know, you know, I guess you don't know what it's like to travel by yourself until you do it, right? And it really is different. So, and the possibilities are so much more endless. Like, you know, when I'm with the group, I'm structured. Like, we're gonna be there. Here, I'm the kind of guy that plans every step of the way, right? Like, where's everybody? And yeah, so.
And then when you're on your own, it's like, hey, I get
right,
to kind
you
of
get to do what you want, yeah. And I think I had the best time when I was like that, just winging it, you know. So, but obviously, with health and fitness, routine is good. So, where are your classes being held at?
Right now, the 7 a.m. class is at the Memorial Building.
The Veterans Memorial,
Yeah.
Pomona.
Yeah.
And that's like just outside in the grass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so most of the ladies will just kind of use that center cement area. I think once we grow more, I've just been on the grass and I found it to be fun.
Right.
And so,
But obviously, when it rains and it's cold, it slows down a lot, right?
yeah, we took a week or two when it was raining pretty bad the last few weeks.
Okay. Could you just go under the bridge somewhere if it's raining? Like, I'm serious. No, you couldn't?
No.
Wait, have you ever been under the, because like when they have the free vet clinic in Berkeley, the Paul Fund, when it's raining, they tell you to meet under the bridge that's close by, like the overpass, and it's dry, and so we could all stand there in line, and I mean, it works.
Yeah.
You know, like.
I can see that.
Yes, I mean, and I could see it being the same thing around here too. If,
Yeah.
you know, under the bridge, if it's raining, I get that. Anyhow, is that the only place like that you got around town to, the rec center, and then so why don't you use the rec center anymore?
To be honest, like, it was just that I wasn't paying enough people.
Do you have to pay for the rec center?
I didn't, like, because it's a recreational class, they don't
cool.
charge for that.
That's good.
And so that really helped me just to allocate everything back into the business.
Right.
And you know, I thought, like, well, if this class gets big enough and I can, there needs to be like a gym here in town.
Yeah, I know.
It'd be so great to, like, be able to
Open a 24-hour fitness in Rodeo or something.
have one here in town. Really cool.
Yeah, there's not much. Well, I guess there is. I mean, it doesn't have to be that big, right?
Yeah.
Like a store like this would work, maybe
Yeah.
on the small side. Yeah, I don't know if there's that many bigger places around here.
Is there a tag on it?
But, you know,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't consider like opening a gym at the Safeway, the old Safeway, Rodeo?
That'd be cool.
That would be, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that the other day when I went to the new Palm Market, and prices there are so ridiculous. Like they're, I mean, I think so. Like I'm a cheapskate, but and then I got to thinking about how Safeway is like, just holding the lease on that building,
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, they moved down the street
Yeah.
to Hercules, but they still pay the lease on that building,
Oh, really?
so that no other places could go. And
Oh, I didn't
they're
know that.
yeah, they're kind of like manipulating, so they
Yeah.
make all the low income people in Rodeo have to walk all the way, whatever, you know, have to go
Yeah.
further. So they're like, it's like almost like they're keeping the poor people poor, you know, by monopolizing that. Because if Lucky's came in the middle of them, then they would take all the Crockett and Rodeo's business, right? So
Okay.
that's kind of cheap for Safeway to do, I think.
Yeah.
Like, but would you want to like talk to them about letting the lease go so you could open a Madeline's Fitness Center? That'd be great, right?
Yeah.
Boxing and all that stuff in there.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I mean, you have to have a lot of stuff for there.
Yeah.
But do you think that there would be enough people wanting? Because there's a lot of gyms around. They have them right, you know, Fitzgerald, all that.
Yeah. So they have that, and I think there's even one in Rodeo too. A little bit of a gym.
Yeah, I seen that. It's like a little office space,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. I think it's at the corner of like by the taco or the burrito place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that the other day.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of competition there, but I don't know. I mean, I kind of thought about like, would I even want to make it a gym per se? I kind of want it to be kind of a place where you are in between things, or things are hard, and so you're just trying to get out of a hard place, or you know, kind of like a little bit more meeting people where they're at, rather than like having it just be a gym where you show up and
do
get
what
some
you
sort
do.
of,
Yeah, I found that hard because I did get the like Black Friday deal, like what's it called, 24-hour fitness, which was during COVID, and they're not 24 hours anymore.
No.
So yeah, I'd like to go like early in the morning or whatever, and I just go walk in the pool, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you kind of find what works.
right. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people. Some people just use it as shower. I mean, you just get real. Like people are struggling nowadays, so I can't afford the gym membership anymore. I don't go enough. I didn't even go 12 times I had it for a year.
Oh,
But
I know, I definitely like have just had enough with it too. I've had it for so many years, and
yeah.
I just
So
thought like I probably could have put all of that towards investing in my own.
So I see that you do some videos. You're like outside your house or whatever, and you're like, you might as well have a bag of rocks, and you're just like doing squats and stuff, right? Like it could be anything, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that what is your like philosophy, your style? Is it like high paced? Or, I mean, obviously you're calm demeanor. So do you just go with whatever people want, your clients?
I'll kind of feel it out, because I know everybody's different, and I don't like to force people to do what they're not.
Right.
What's not with their personality. I kind of like want to fit things according to people's personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And so, especially with like the one-on-one training that I'm doing with my friend who had his back surgery, we're kind of just almost playing it by ear every session.
Right.
But I know that the foundational principles of putting in stretching, some exercises to help grow or strengthen his back, and all these different things. There's just the principles that you still follow per workout.
Right.
But so it's not just like, all right, this, and this, and
Right.
this, you follow it, otherwise you're a failure if you don't. You know,
Right.
it's kind of like,
So some things are important to do, like the stretching in your back, and I found that I was protecting my back, so I was constantly clenching my muscles to try to protect it from being hurt again, and I had to relax, like I had to just stop tensing up, because otherwise my muscles never got rest, and
yeah.
that's what I found out that worked. So
Yeah.
okay, so you're on Facebook and Instagram. Is that Madeline Hatch 21? Is that your Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, and so what's the best way to reach you? Through your website?
That's one way. There's like a way to email me through my website. website.
Okay. So what's your website address? Is it like first? It's like not an easy one, right?
Yeah.
You have to get a
I have to switch
web
it up
developer.
somehow.
It's
Yeah.
like Madeline Hatch Fitness or something.
Yeah.
So, but you'll fix that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It was just like, it was from a blog I did a super long time ago,
Yeah.
and it like transferred over, and I was like, okay. So yeah, my website is like www.firstversuslast.com.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Not a bunch of stuff after. Okay. First versus last. Okay. So we'll put that there. That works though, right? Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, and then, but I think email. I wonder
Yeah.
if email is pretty good for people too.
What's the email?
So that one's a little bit easier. It's my first and last name, 902@gmail.com.
Okay. And do you have any like any special offers or anything for newcomers to your class? Maybe try one out, or I mean, obviously you don't want
Yeah.
donations or whatever, right? But I think the more people, the merrier, right?
Yeah.
Especially when, like for me, I just want to get a feel for it first.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it kind of just depends on how this year goes, is really what I'm basing that off. I know I'm doing the monthly online challenges, and that's a really great way to kind of get a taste of what it's like.
Are you getting many clients on there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I got about 15 people this
Cool.
time around.
Cool.
So, so I think that's been a nice addition. It is mostly online, and it's on an app, and so I know maybe
Right.
for older people it's not really the best for tech
So can you
reasons.
see like who logs in and who does what and who reads your stuff? So you
I can see likes and I can see
Right,
comments.
okay.
That's pretty much
you
it.
can't really see if people are actually doing the stuff, right?
No.
So wouldn't that be better if you could see that though?
Mhm.
I mean,
It'd be nice. I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost just like the MyFitnessPal has a feature where you can add friends, and then you can see each other's logs,
right,
and so you can even comment on it or like or whatever. And so if like when I was doing this as a personal trainer and had like several different clients, we all became friends, and then I could say like, oh, that one looked great, and I
Right.
had a great day,
Yeah.
or hey, where's your log? Just things like that.
So we met because I was advocating for the fitness court to be
Yeah.
brought in town, and that kind of fell apart a little bit. But I did have a lot of interest in it, so I was surprised with that, and
Yeah.
we got it kind of felt like it turned into a money grab for them. I don't know. It just seemed like an unreachable amount
Yeah.
to get the nice one, with the mural
Yeah.
and like the two courts, and like I seen the one at the Marina Green in San Francisco, and I was like, man, I need one of those in Crockett. Like,
Yeah.
so like the basic one would be about $50,000 or something. Yeah, I mean, and there's things like I was talking to the people, there's things we could do, like lessen the cost, get grants, donations, whatever.
Yeah.
And then with that program, they have their own like trainers. Like you become an ambassador, like a fitness trainer ambassador.
Okay.
So you use their court and you develop your routines on their court, and then you could hold your classes there and stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Would you be? I mean, that's something you'd be interested in, right?
Yeah.
And the only thing we'd have to find a place for it, like maybe
Yeah.
next to the dog park, or
Yeah.
close to the senior center, maybe somewhere.
Yeah.
Accessible somewhere. So
Yeah. It's pretty central to.
yeah, but I think that because those fitness courts come from like all the fitness stations at different parks. Like when I was growing up, I don't know if you saw that, you had those too, right?
Yeah.
And they kind of like condensed it into one thing,
Yeah.
and it's really kind of cool. I mean, in San Francisco, people use it all the time. They're like jogging around, they stop, they do stretches, and
Do a little push.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I think we do need one of those as far as the community's whole health. Since we are a disadvantaged community because we live in a
what is it?
environmental.
Unincorporated.
Well, no, I'm talking about since we live so close to the refineries, we're designated an environmental impact zone. So we qualify for other grants like healthy to keep the community healthy and fit. So would that be something you're interested in looking more into and like applying for the grants? And then, you know, I was telling you about the board, the Crockett Community Services District. Also, you could ask them for some help grants, and there's like lots of businesses, people that do paving and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because that's part of it. You need a concrete pad. So
Yeah.
there's lots of ways that we could work it, like, you know, just like how they work at the dog park. I mean, dog park took like a bunch of years. I think like almost 10 years now, but it's almost done. And I think that a lot of people would be glad to see a fitness court going up next to the dog park.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe we could look into that.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't know if we're gonna pay $200,000 for the deluxe one, because it's. I mean, it would be nice, but realistically, because you know it's along the bike trail, so that goes all over the Bay Area. So that's why they're interested in it, and you know, I mean, I really did have their interest. So
Now I want to do the whole.
just kind of fell apart. I think.
It's
You know,
like, it's not
so
the
we
same.
need to
but,
bring that
we can take a
to the
picture.
community,
No, it's not
like
the
in the-
same. Yeah.
one of
she's
their,
very, you know, it's
the
not the
city.
same, but it's
what's it called,
because this is like, I mean, you can't see from there.
where they have the
But it's like these
the
times,
meetings,
you know,
you know,
they're
like
white.
Oh,
the city
I
is
see.
white.
and just
Yeah,
bring
these
that
are
up.
speckled and these are more
Because
like,
I do have a lot
wood
of interest
grain.
people that are interested.
Yeah, which
They're
is fine. I
influential
mean, that's what I
and-
ordered them,
and,
you know,
like,
it's.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
couldn't
help
find
our
anything.
kids. It's gonna help
We have
future
some back there,
generations.
But
So
Toby
yeah,
couldn't lift them
I
up.
think that we should.
Bob
look
said I
into
could
that.
have them. He's like,
Yeah.
you can have them.
Anything else you want to add?
But I couldn't lift it up.
Oh.
Yeah, or he couldn't lift it. He's like, well, we can soak them with water. I told her none of these things. We can soak them
Do you have a
with
motto,
water,
like
you know, see if they come up.
something you tell yourself to motivate yourself, like a motto, or
Right.
you know?
Oh, I've told myself all sorts of
I know,
different
right?
things. But to find something that's like relatable. Or even just through maybe the harder times.
Confidence is a lot of it, right?
Yeah. Confidence in, like, I don't know, when maybe that might relate to the people who have like all these barriers to their success. The barriers
A lot of us got them.
yeah,
Yeah.
is that there have been a lot of things that have happened to all of us.
Yeah. For real.
And just recognizing that most of the time has helped bring me out of a lot of harder times.
Yeah.
Because it weighs down on you. You know?
Right. Yeah. So you know, so some people are really empaths. Like they feel people's. Like, are you an
Oh,
empath
yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
You could like. I think that would be the best type of fitness trainer, because without even saying, like, it's just heavy, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I have friends like that, and they're just like, dude, what's wrong with you? Like,
Yeah.
like I'm like, life.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, it's everybody goes through their own journey. So I think that having somebody rooting us on
Yeah.
is good. Yeah,
It
for
kind
sure.
of changed the vibe.
Yeah, for sure. And like, whatever you get out of it is connecting with the community, living healthy, eating healthy, whole body, mind, and spirit healthy, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's what we need, right? I think. Otherwise, we're all gonna just kill ourselves.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, but thank you very much, Madeline, for meeting with me.
Oh, thank you.
We'll see what we could do. Send me that, a copy of the video